Alright guys, so check this out. Example of power building is this Tucker method, phase 9. Okay, this is for older folks. Younger folks are going to want to work this in reverse, or kind of reverse, kind of lopsided order, but I'll explain that here in a second. Okay, so I'm an older and rehabbing person, so we warm up slowly. So here we have all of these weights followed by repetitions checked off. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, 45 is the bar, and then increasing 5 pounds. We're doing 15 reps, 15 reps, 15 reps, 15 reps. Okay, all the way through here. Okay, 15. Okay, for most everyone on the face of the planet, this would be considered a warm-up. Okay, we have between 3 to 10 sets for most people for a warm-up. The older and more rehab end you're on, it is going to be more warm-up sets. Okay, so but we see here consistently 15 rep sets, not too much of a struggle. We're warming up here. Okay, we're getting control over our form and getting a little bit of metabolic stimulus in this area. So for those of you interested in the sports, this is strength endurance, basically doing a submaximal load lots and lots and lots and lots and lots and lots of times. Okay, so this is where we get into like, oh, just do 500 squats a day kind of shit, right? Okay, so do that. Okay, so this is our warm-up. Then in here we start to get into so we're not doing 15 no more. We actually start failing around 12. And again, this is a standing overhead press, so it's very low weight, high rep anyway of a workout. But herein, we're failing out. So herein is the struggle. Okay, so we've established in Tucker method magic growth. Any kind of adaptation that we're looking for generally happens somewhere at a point, somewhere between struggle and failure. Okay, so here we go. Everything before that's a warm-up. Here we go into the little bit of a struggle, and we see here we get nice, 3 sets of 12 with some decent struggle. Nice enough to just kind of really get a good pump in there. You feel your veins swelling, tissues swelling, right? And then here we get into starting to actually fail down, right? So all of this, basically from here to here, I would consider work sets on a hypertrophy program. So here we have, look at bam, 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 6 sets. So if we're hitting the chest and triceps and shoulders and shit, a couple times a week, then here we're easily hitting minimal thresholds of 10 sets a week of work volume. Okay, warm up, work volume. Okay, then we get into here. We're failing under, that 5 or 6 rep range here. Okay, so here, fail at 4, 3, 2, right? This is all still real good volume. Right here, we're hitting one, failing at 2, hitting one, failing at 2, hitting one, failing at 2. Same here, hitting one, failing at 2, hitting one, failing at 2. And this here, 145, complete fail, 0 reps in reserve. Okay, so by the time we hit all of these stages 1, 2, and 3, we're hitting strength endurance, hypertrophic phases, and maximal strength training in multiple volumes, right? So it's like having all this shit in separate workouts, but you're using the same warm-up for both of these other phases, right? So It's actually very efficient way to train. So now, like I was saying, this is for an older or rehabbing kind of a person. For you younger guys, right, you probably want to do the nice little warm up first. Maybe for you it's going to be 3 or 4 sets and a little bit bigger jumps. And then you're going to jump over here and do this kind of backwards. So you're going to go heavy as fuck. Then, as you're failing out, we're going to just reduce or do what's called the drop sets, basically, right? So take weight off, max out, take weight off, max out, take weight off, max out. You can do all of this all the way down until you're just done, okay? And then you're still getting the same kind of volume of sets, and then hopefully down here at the end we want to take a little bit of a break, not a big break, but like a 2-minute break, and then hit some of these volumes again, lightweight, say just the bar, some of these lighter weights, and just really max out in that avenue. So we're getting metabolic stimulus, we're getting hypertrophic stimulus, and we're getting maximal strength. So and please understand, for all of these things we need different types of nutrition. Okay, so for dense lean muscle tissue, we need to be eating enough protein. For muscle growth, hypertrophy, volume of the muscle, we need this protein structure. We also need carbohydrates and water to fill up the muscle and make it swell. Okay, so if you're not getting that skin ripping pump, it could be because you're dehydrated, right? Drink that water. It could be because you're starving your body of carbohydrates. Okay, so if we're starving our body of carbohydrates, we need to work on increasing the intensity in the gym so that we can create that caloric deficit, and then start feeding the body in some carbohydrates. Okay, and then here, this is just kind of endurance. This is basically going to burn off whatever is kind of in your glucose in your bloodstream, and then when we get into here, you're starting to have to refill those demands. And then if you're doing it right, the tail end of your workout and even into your recovery, that's where we get into the fat metabolism.